lucky. It turns out, kicking the life, yeah, very odd. YouTube's annoying thing for the day. Very odd. Got another eye. Probably can hear that singing. Yeah, Jason and Gina, sorry. Signal drops, it's kicking me out. It won't let me get back in the live. Sorry, D. Jones. Yeah, those birds. Killer. Got a robin singing away. Got Easy, how you doing? Easy, YouTube's a bit broke today. Thanks, Scott. It's a bit broken. If you drop signal, it kicks you from the live and it won't let you back in. It's odd, Dale. It's a pain in the backside. But I'm back. YouTube tends to do odd things now and again, which means I'll be careful where I go for the next few days. There's a turn right down here we're going to hit. See what's down there. Thank you, Jason and Gina, you're a star. Thank you. Got these old oak trees. Good old oak. I'm interested to see where that fox was. Salty, how you doing, Salty? Salty, if you go live, YouTube's being a bit funny. It's kicking. Not letting you back in. Salty, that pointy thing was very odd. Very pointy and sharp. I know where we are. I'm retracing steps. I haven't got us lost yet, which is a positive. It's quite unique for me. But I had that fox down this right hand side, and I know there's a turn right, so we're going to have a look at it. Challenging Digger, how you doing, Digger? YouTube's not my friend today. It's been a pain. Oh, wind's starting to kick up a little bit. I can hear it in the top of the trees. Jason, Gina, we've got a fabulous group of people. Everybody supports each other. And people actually genuinely care, and that's rare on here. Everyone's all a like-minded bunch. Yeah, purple, it just keeps kicking me out. And deaded it on me. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Right, back down this hill. Hola, Cass, long time no see. Usually it lets you back in, but not today. No, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? So yeah, we've got this track that goes this way. I'll have a look. You never know what we'll find. Yeah, absolutely make sure that you stay on the path. You alright, Midnight? How's things? He makes definitely sure that the walkers don't go off the paths. He's fenced every single bit. EL3, how you doing? Look at that big branch that's down. It looks like a full tree. Back out your killer. That is huge. Again, totally new to me, so my eyes are everywhere. But from the sign, this takes you to a little bit of the village. And it's so strange, because by road it's a few miles. Foxy, Foxy, where are you? I heard you this way. Got a lovely piece of quartz. Big one as well. A lovely Zaxxon. Some more big branches and another oak there. All down. The oak trees are hardy things, as are the beech. Pines not so much. Ooh, that was the train braying its horns. You don't often hear that. He must have paid the landowner. Must have paid a fortune to fence all this off. There's a few miles of fencing. He's taking trees out. You can see how shallow it is again. Very few roots tapping down. They're all going outwards because of that sand layer. Hence we've got that big old sand quarry not far away. Lunatic's got some really, really interesting videos on his channel. Check him out. Some little pieces of history. Oh, there's a lot of trees out of here. It's a tree. Devastated BC, how you doing? Have you got anything interesting coming through the bottom of there? Little river cobbles. Back in the Ice Age, a lot of ice moving through these valleys and carving them. This was all underwater at one point. No, I thought that was a deer then, you know. Where is it? There. I had to look twice, I thought it was a deer in my old eyes. All planted as a plantation of pine. Look like they'll soon be getting cropped. SSC TV, thank you for coming in. So yeah, I think this takes you to a little village. I could sit in here and listen for hours. There's so many birds. Not heard that fox for a bit. I'll keep having a look because you never know. I hear cows. Champion. Yeah, look. Nice piece of quartz. Heavy too. There's pieces of metal through there. Looks like we've got a pen in here next to this fire break. The UK, for all forest fires aren't thankfully that prevalent. We are quite good at fire breaks, although those branches, I don't know if you can see that, are close to those electric lines, which isn't good. The bird files, good morning. The Forestry Commission are actually good at keeping those risks to a minimum. Most forestries have land breaks in them. Land breaks, fire breaks. Just if a fire does start, it can't jump and spread through the fire as easily as it would without. Just huge clearings. Right, can you hear that squawk? Anything? That's jays. At least two calling to each other. That's jays hunting. Can you hear that? Can you hear birds screaming? Wounded vulture is the best sound that I can describe it as. The call is horrible. And that's at least two calling to each other. They're just in there. Horrible sounding birds. They've got like a peacock blue to them with white markings, and they've also got black markings like a buff. Very, very, very pretty. Trying to get sight of them. They're over there. They see me. Don't they sound absolutely horrible? Home Trails, how you doing? JC, how you doing? Sorry, JC, I was trying to track those birds. Horrible sounding things. We'll just go around this corner. I'll community post some jays and just what they look like. Very, very, very beautiful birds. Trying to get close to them. But they're far from stupid. That was creeping me out a bit. Spidey senses say turn around. What's digging humongous holes. Ooh, I did like that. got an old building here. I really didn't like that. I could hear someone coming towards us and there's not there. So we about turned. Didn't like that. I hate that feeling. I absolutely hate it. Got a deer fence actually. How you doing, Ian? Although the deer fence is a bit dilapidated. Deer fences are normally about 6 foot high. That's just under 6 and it's been there a long time. The tree swallowed the wire. Didn't like that. Let's go. I thought there was someone running behind us. I actually went to move out of the way and there was no one there. And we're on the same woodland and valley as whatever was galloping at me in the wood. So we're just scooting back. It's giving me goosebumps. Oh, nice one, Kaz, thank you. I really didn't like that. I expected a jogger to be behind me. And we are in the same woodland, same area, above where something was running at me. When that thing was galloping at me, it was like, over there. Not there, you're right, I've got something running at me and there's nothing there, I'm scooting out of this bit. Didn't like that at all. How you doing that there? Right, that's just because I freaked her out. He doesn't like stuff like that. When your senses tingle, listen to it. Jeez. Woohoo. A little robin's in there. Got another robin in there. Why does it do it to me? I thought I'd found something exciting there as well. It looked like some brass button. There was a piece of foam. Champion. The lovely T-Rep. Right. Them jays were over there. Unless it's a different family. If it was them, they swung right behind me. Oh, I didn't like that. Ian's got a fabulous channel. If you haven't met Ian before, go over and click that bell. Same with everybody in chat. Oh yeah, that is so kind, but I think shipping would be absolutely extortionate. I've gone to Post Candle for some things like that to the US, and I was struggling to find something that wasn't extortionate. That is very kind offer there. Thank you. Yeah, Scott's in the future. Something's kicking all the pheasants up. There's no animals. Over there's no animals really apart from cows, and I'm totally safe in here. It's not even rut season for the deer. See, we've got a cock and a hen, pheasant paired up. That's early. They're away to nest. So I'm perfectly safe in that manner. I suppose the biggest threat would be human, but what most freaks me out is things running at me and there's nothing there. I was telling a lie, that's a cock, it's two cocks together. Two cock pheasants. He's just walking along that railed fence just there. His head's just popping up, look. He's a French, he's got the white ring on his neck. JC, do you send stuff like that? Things running at you that aren't there. Freaks me out. I don't like it. See? Nothing there. Bloody feels like it though. Yeah. Flocks of little birds. So yeah, I would absolutely love a metal detector. I would be in my element. See, I smell fox again as well. Foxes won't do out wild foxes like these anyway. Just city foxes are an issue. The problem is they started getting into bins and that was an easy feed. But then, because they're such beautiful animals, foxes, people started feeding them in the cities and towns. So their population expands because they've got that food source. And when that food source isn't there, they go looking. And people's kids have been attacked in the beds through open windows from foxes in the cities. Out here is their natural habitat. So I would ask anyone that lives into towns and cities not to feed foxes. You're not helping them, you're supporting a whole system that shouldn't be there. If that food supply wasn't there, they'd head back out of the towns and the cities, and the population would be a natural population. Yeah, you see magma fishing here. There's nothing here. Yes, there's a lot of history in this woodland. That way, I think it is, that-ish, where the Romans were, and that battle. But I've not really got any bridges, say, to go dipping off. But metal detecting, God, yeah. I know find a while I'd be addicted. I'd be out 24/7 with them. Sazzy, lovely to see you. TG, how you doing? So yeah, I can smell fox. Oh, thank God for that. It's someone with a dog behind us. Now there is someone there. I don't mind that at all. But there's just so many places with potential for a metal detector. I mean, the Romans were in that woodland and they were there for a lot of years in that quarry. And they've had their own support systems, so kitchens, sleeping quarters, corrals for any animal used, as well as the masons. You'll have had joiners to support that work in there. You'll have had their own little village. And they were there for a long time. I rang him. He had the little dog. It's called Ginny. It had its owner's number, and there were actually 2 houses across from where I was. So he gave it a blow on his whistle, and she went running in. But she was going up that bank towards the road, and if she'd gone on there, it's so busy, and there's no fencing to keep her off. That whole pathway needs fenced. Just fenced like this. There's been way too many dogs that have either been off the lead and shouldn't be, or escaped the lead and been hit. My boys, a puppy the same age as Jack. One of theirs I had 2, a fox, a yellow lab and a chocolate. And the chocolate got off the lead and was hit. Oh, nice one, Yeti. And Yeti, I'm dying to have a look. I need to charge that camera up into that little crag I found. But I find it fascinating and it would be so addictive. I get a crick in my neck from looking down all the time. And we've got a dog. We've got a gamekeeper. Fox Red Lab. In the field. Presume we've got a gamekeeper. But, yeah, I've got a gamekeeper. One thing that, you see, there's so much of a heavy iron content in the natural stone here. Will that not screw up readings? See, yeah. Because a lot of these places, when their iron content's huge. 2 Labradors and a pug. No, Amazon delivers to the house. They go that way. We're not too out of the way. We're kind of out of the way. Technology-wise, whatnot. But I'm amazed I get internet signal wherever I go, to be honest. Oh, how's it? Nice one, T-Rep. How you feeling now? They've got a job with these moles. Look at all those molehills. They're forcing you for what? What have I missed? Yeah, she's got some fabulous recipes. But I would have to learn a bit first and learn about readings and geology. Do you know what? Look at them all along this fence line. My brother's a gamekeeper, and he's up in the Highlands of Scotland, and he's mostly got Cocker Spaniels. He's got a couple of labs, but mostly Cockers. Cockers are his pick for gun dogs, and one, she tripped over a molehill and she fractured a hip. No, it's not, JC, not at all. I like your videos. She tripped over a molehill and she shattered her hip. The vet wanted to put her down. My brother said no. and they ended up using needles. They put the bones back together using needles and little teeny tiny screws and fixed it. And she was great. She was great until she hit old age, and she slowed down a bit then. But she did great on that woodpecker. She did great on that leg that was put together with needles. Just watching a crow taken away. Something. Pheasant beating his chest. So we've got a woodpecker down this way. Yes, I've heard of the rock collector. T-Rev, I'm so bad for it, really bad. I'm a bit of a magpie, I've decided. Nice one, Jason. Yeah, I mean, I was saying to Gypsy earlier, I just watched videos for years and years. I think I've been on here like 10 years, I think now. Look at the size of the paws on that mole. The little front paws are ridiculously huge. That is the size, shape of its paw. When you see one fresh like that, if you watch it long enough, you'll see the mole lifting the soil out. That's actually digging there at the minute. But it's dug this whole fence line. Oh, really, Zaxon? Oh, you'll set me off going for more. Georgia, how you doing? How you doing, Jake? Make sure you've got that bell clicked as well and catch Georgia when he goes live. Christina, how you doing? Again, we've got a new hole there. Is it new? No, that's yesterday's. See how it's not so moulded. We've got fresh ones up here. Mole's eyes pretty much don't work. They use the hairs on the little snouts and the paws to see underground. But they're destructive little critters. There's a brand new hole starter there as well. And there's a new one. There's a little bit of a walk opposite this. I'll quickly take you down it, because I'm intrigued about that too. I found some beauties down the river when I was hauling that massive bag full. I should stick them on the scales and weigh them. I had a lot of kilos in that bag. Surprised and give myself a hernia, because that was a big haul. This wall is made with river cobbles. You can see the stones are all really round. They're not limestone. It's starting to get dark in here. I've got a little wren above my head. First thing in the morning, especially spring and summer. Although I was out this morning, I'm outside with my morning coffee just listening. I've got a little robin redbreast that comes to the back door. So I'll leave it little gifts in a plant pot. and listening to the birds. They've all woken up and they're all ready for nesting season. Spring's come early. Dilbar, nice to see you, Dilbar. Dilbar, another brilliant channel, great support there. I'm excited to see Challenging's next video. I'm intrigued. I had the air fryer out last night. Older daughter had a couple of her friends over and they were all making homemade pizzas, so my kitchen time was limited and I couldn't really be bothered. So there was a pack of chicken in the fridge that needed used up. So I thought, do you know what? Something nice and quick. I'll get the air fryer out, do it in, see if I could do a tempura, batter on some chicken breast. And it was crap, I didn't like it. I messed it up. I did it without eggs. I really should have put eggs in, but I decided to try it without just to see. I'll put eggs in next time now. I do love a good tempura batter. Now this wall, can you see these coping stones, these rounded coping stones? They are worth a fortune and they're all hidden under here. Those round tops, you can see them better there. They're about 2 foot long, rounded top, coping stones for the tops of the walls. You used to get a couple of £100. That's just one. Now I saw there's a footpath sign going right here, so we're just going to go and have a little nosy before I walk myself back up the hill, just to see what's down here. You can see those coping stones, all they've got a hat of moss on them there. So this takes you above that little village that I had you to the other day. This is the opposite side. Oh, it actually takes you to it. I didn't know that. The only thing is putting me off, I'm being lazy today. The walk downhill isn't... Ew, we've got a lady. It isn't impressing me much. Oh, someone used the S word. Yeah, please don't use the SUB word in chat. Jersey, how you doing? Just hold you down for a minute. Hiya. Yeah, if you want to say connect, Amanda, how you doing? Connected, joined, whatever. But don't use the SUB word. So yeah, another place that I've not been. Now you can see the end piece of one of these coping stones. They're worth a fortune. Absolute fortune. You do in fact, haha, somebody's hit that. They've knocked the light out. I think we're going to go across the train track. It looks like. Twelve-Stone Ranch, how you doing? Now this is a very fancy wall out here. It's not a regular stone wall. See how they're all rounded. Carefully taken from the riverbed. And I like that because of this place. We've got the railway line. I'm putting new steps in. They were, and a bit further along. Look at those steps. Left, right, left, right, left, right. They really sneak down. They've been replacing with the wooden, with those metal ones all the way along. Look at the walling. Passing this way, never see it. If they can last regular wooden ones. Oh, did it? Number 3 bin sat. Number 2. If you don't know SB, drop him a sub as well. SB, look at these copings. Everywhere it's covered in them. That's a short one. Loads of them. You can tell this bit's managed by the railway. Now come along to this corner. See what we see down the hill. Oop. Bit of a lift to get it in. And again, the train people, they use different fencing to the regulars. There's those steps, look. Oh, don't be daft for Road Dog, you sound. Tomorrow, weather permitting, I think we're going to be up those hills. Entirely weather permitting now. This has all been dug out. Oh, nice one, Kirst, thank you. Time-wise, little one's scamming me. I don't have to be at the school, so I can be a little bit longer, though I will be ending soon. So we'll be ending soon. Hen pheasant. That's a hen pheasant wing feather. Where does this corner take you down? I think the way it's looking like it's going, I'm going to drop signal as I head down. It's going to take us right into that gully. Right, last little bit before I head back. New mole hole, I mean, that's not on my, if I can pick it up. No, the ground's too soft. I was going to pick it up to show you just how big the paws are. Oh, we've got a trail. Not that you can see it, but there is a train. Aye, Amanda, there's absolutely loads of them. Ah, you'll get it, Dale. What kind of pie were you considering doing? Oh, we've got sheep. Moles everywhere. Oh, that's a new mole. Put my finger next to it. That's one paw, shaped like a spade, off a tiny little thing about, the whole thing is about that big. Ew, apple pie, and I've got a scratched out stone wall on there. So we're right on the top of the valley. Right on the top. Ooh, and lots of big sheeple. Ooh, heck, that one spotted me, look. So yeah, weather permitting, we're going to be up in there tomorrow, is my plan. But I don't know if you can see how that hill behind's vanished in clouds. That's the only issue. So I'm going to have to be checking and rechecking the weather forecast. 12 stones, brilliant. How's yours? I was scammed by my little one this morning that she was sick, who miraculously picked up as soon as the Calpol hit her tummy. Paracetamol, childhood paracetamol, and I phoned the school to say that she was ill. She got me. You see, she's learned to fake cry, which makes it a bit more awkward to tell when she's sick and when she's not. Definitely makes it interesting anyway, put it that way. So she's at home today. It's amazing how quickly they pick up when they know that you've rung the school absence line. But yes, they're scamming the teachers and the fake crying. The fake crying's hard to tell there. What has the mole kicked up here? Oh, lots of little cobbles. A piece of quartz, I believe. Some quartz. Alec, how you doing, Alec? Steph, lovely Steph, how you doing? I hope you're still nice and safe when you're going out, Alec. I worry about you. What is that? A pigeon's been hit. The mole catcher make a fortune off these farms. The owner's a bit tight. The landowner's a bit tight, shall we say. Another fresh mole. I mean, look at the size. That is one paw length, that whole thing. So that's what, maybe 3 inches long. And that's just off little paws of a little tiny little velvety covered mole, about head to tail, about that long. But the front paws are just enormous. Strange little critters when you see them. Totally out of proportion, but ecology's taught them well. For all they're blind, pretty much. Just looking at that. Steps, that's going to be a mission to put in. Yeah, my brother was trying to get a strychnine licence back in the day, but at the time just no one was getting them. And now I don't think you get strychnine at all, do you? Very, very few do. He ended up getting the biggest chainsaw I've ever seen. The blade on Betsy, he gave his chainsaw a name, was ridiculously long. It's the longest bladed chainsaw I've ever seen. The gamekeepers aren't just looking after birds, they're working the landscape. They've not quite finished this one off. They've taken off for the day. And they tried to reverse down and they smashed the headlight. So we're getting told off for that. Nice old stone gate posts. And that ivy shattered that one and the plants growing through it. Oh, that's iron. Hang on. Feels like lead. Very, very bendy and heavy. It's like lead. See, look. So it was wheel spinning just here, and they had to get bricks or blocks. They've taken blocks off the wall and not put them back. Naughty, naughty. To get the stuck vehicle out, they've had to stick blocks in. Just here, look. But they've hit the only tree on here. They've hit that. They smashed the back light. Look. Secret. This whole road and all the way down has got them huge copings on. Are they worth a bob or two down your way? Because they are here. I'm surprised they've not been nicked, to be honest. Because a lot of them do go missing. But there's loads. You've got a couple of others as well. You've got 2-footers and some maybe 1.5 feet. All the way up. And a lot in brilliant condition as well. There. And they stop just over this crest. Yeah, all river cobbles. They'll have been hard to move, and they've cheated. They've put cement in normally. You don't have cement, they're just stacked. And beautiful gateway. All the way along. This is new. Oh, it's been rebuilt. Both sides all the way up. You see, up on the moors, the stone, because it's a limestone, it's pretty shallow beneath the surface, so it's easy to get. But a lot of those, some of them have been faced. A lot of these have actually been faced along here. So some's river cobbles and some's not. Oh, someone's shooting. And it's all pointed up. But as far as the eye can see, all those coping stones, loads of them. Guys, you know what, you probably get a swift crack on the jaw. Anyone jumps out on that, either that, me spinning and legging it. Because I'm in so many places that are just so off the beaten track, seeing people isn't much of a thing. Look at the facing they've done to that one. That one's a mess. Surprised they got to put that back in. Stormy, how you doing? Good evening. Again. And we've got a little mouse. Hello, little mouse. Where are you? So people, that is about me. I need to go and head on home. Gotta go and see my mum. It's her birthday. She's been out with my dad for the day, so I thought I'd come and see her tonight. I can still hear those jays. Horrible sounding birds. Horrible things. So, thank you very much all for joining me. It's been an adventure. Even though I had something running at me that scared the crap out of me back down there. It's maybe related to whatever. Yeah, nice one, SP. still hear them. They're down there. Drop us a text, SB. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I was zoning out there. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry it's been split into 3 with a lovely YouTube playing up with me. And I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully up on the moors. That's the plan. So I'll see you all around. Thank you all very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.